Uh, Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. My name is NCK2310. And for those that are new, what we normally do here, we do scrutinize and analyze music, songs. Yes, that's what we do here. So today, I've prepared a very beautiful song again. So, without wasting any time, let us dive in and we see what song there is. It's a beautiful song, as we always have. Yes. Let me start to read the song and we see what the song has to offer. The song says, "My heart is broken, my love. I feel like hurting myself." That is somebody who is talking to his love and saying, "You've hurt me so much that I feel like hurting myself." And the reason is, I'm being abused on Facebook by your side chick. This is what the song says, okay? I'm reading what the song says. She's sending me photos of you and her when you're enjoying yourselves. So it's a lady who is married, and this lady has been hurt because her husband is fooling around with a side chick. And she's heartbroken. Those of us who've ever been in that kind of situation, you know what it means. When you love somebody and someone is unfaithful to you and hurts you, you know how it feels. The song says, "Your side chick is sending me photos of you and her when you are enjoying yourselves. She's even sending me photos when you're with her in the room, relaxing and enjoying yourselves." Can you imagine? I have to ask. There you are, you love your love. Let's say your husband or your wife. Because it's not only men that cheat, there are also women that cheat. But in this song, it's a man who is cheating. So we're going to dwell on that one. And the lady is asking, the wife is asking, the one you're dating behind my back is sending me photos, is abusing me, telling me bad words. Can you imagine? What I never understand is this. If you are done in a relationship, if you don't want to be with your partner anymore, you should simply divorce her or him. We've ever gone through divorce. I've gone through divorce. I'm sure you watching me or people listening to me have ever have gone through divorce. It's better you go on divorce instead of cheating. That's what this song says. So there you are. Ask yourself, because a thief has 40 days. You can cheat and cheat, but one day it will come out to light. And can you imagine those side chicks? Who give them the contacts of the goat wives? Let me ask, because it's crazy, you know. But I do think that some of the side chicks who would dare do something like that to contact the goat wife and abusing goat wives, I'm sure they are very, very sure that that goat wife is maybe weak. They think the goat wife has no power. The goat wife can do nothing. And maybe it's because the husband of the goat wife have affirmed the side chick that the goat wife she can do nothing. Because I cannot imagine someone normal doing something like that. Anyway, let's continue to hear on what the song says. It's a very interesting song. The song says, maybe you are together with a mental unstable side chick. That maybe this husband is together with someone who is not normal, because I don't think any normal person would contact the goat wife or the goat husband, if there is, and start to abuse them and start to be rude to them while they're cheating with their partners. I don't think a normal person would do this. Well, I can say this. According to my culture, I'm a Kikuyu, okay? And in the Kikuyu culture, many years before, like our great-grandparents, our grandparents, I even think with our parents those years, someone was allowed to marry more than one wife. I think even up to today, the Kikuyu culture allows that. But it has to be done properly. You know, like those years, those old days, the older people, our great-grandparents, they had to, if they wanted, they have the first wife who is goat wife, and they want a second one, they have to build a second one, a home where she and the same kind of homes. They never like discriminated any of the wives. You know, it was like a first wife has this home, a second wife has this home, a third one wife has this. But they used to have like these Kikuyu huts, we used to call them. They were small houses made of mud, and on top, I think it used to be like grass or something like that. They were called huts. And each of them had own hut. So there was nothing about discriminating about this one gonna get that one or that one or that one. They were all treated equally, so that there is no one complaining. And then those years, as much as I heard with history, is that the men could maybe go one day there, the next day there, then the third day go back there, the other day. You know, they used to treat their wives equally. Okay? But what I don't understand is that nowadays, the people who try to remarry, they cheat. You know, I think even those days, the men had to talk with the wife. For example, you have a wife and maybe she's not able to have kids, for example, or she has had, she has issues. Then you can talk with her and agree together that, okay, I still love you very much, but you're not able to have kids. It's okay, we get someone else. You know, they used to agree even before the men start to approach anybody. And even there were situations where the first wife maybe just wanted maybe a number of kids, but the men wanted to add more kids, but maybe that woman didn't want or was not able to have more kids. They could get a second one. You know, it was well arranged that no one is hurting the other one. You know, it was never done like the way today it's done, where there is no respect, whereby, I just gonna push this button a little bit. Yes. Where there is no respect, where everybody does what he feels like, they think like, okay, now I have, for example, those people who are not well up, after they start to get well up and they get rich, they start to get money, and they think, I'm gonna now do everything what I want. They don't contact their wives, and they've even suffered together, gotten all those things. We see all those stories here online, which is heartbreaking. I think it's high time people to wake up. I think it's high time that respect comes back to the society. Because I think with what happens nowadays is that people have lost morals. There are no morals anymore. Anyway, let's hear on what the song says. Please tell your side chick to stop abusing me. I hope you're listening, please. For those men who have side chicks, you should tell your side chicks to stop abusing the goat wives or to be rude to the goat wives. You should be telling her that I made you to be who you are today. That's a very good verse. I really love this verse. Because this is a verse that when couples have struggled together, you know, from grass to grace, they've built up their lives together. Maybe they had nothing and they built up themselves. And then the moment they are up there, the moment they're supposed to be having beautiful, nice family, that is the time the devil comes in. Because that is the time, if it's a man, thinks, oh, now I can start to get side chicks. Now I can start to get someone who is looking more beautiful and stuff like that. Listen, when you met your partner, you saw her and you felt in love with her. And that's why you came up to be together. So I think it's very rude and it's not all right when a man start to think, oh, now I'm gonna get a more younger and more, maybe someone who dresses different, someone who has makeup, someone who has peruques or these extension hairs. You can make your wife look the same. Listen, some of us, we are married for many years, and don't think that, for example, when me and my husband, when we are going out, or not even going out, when we are making love at home, I am not like this, because I have makeups, I have nice extension hairs, I make myself beautiful, I have nice, beautiful clothes. We don't make love with something like this. I dress nice. And if you're somebody who like to entertain your partner with music, dancing a little bit, maybe do it. So it's like, you as a man, you can change your wife. Your go-to wife can be what you desire out there. It's very I think this discussion has to be so that people can start to have morals. Because most of the men, for example, they think, okay, my go-to wife, she looks boring. And we go-to wives, we also have to shape up. Because, come on, sincerely speaking, we have also to be sincere to ourselves. Like for me, with my 50 years of age, I know one thing, okay? When me and my husband, we are about to make love with each other. First, both of us have to shower with Abba. Both of us. It's a must. And we're together very, very many years. We have to shower. After that, men, they don't do makeups or anything. After that, for me, I have to make nice makeups. I make myself nice lipstick. I like to have extension, nice hair, which I have many of them, And sometimes it depends where you work. If you're not, for example, working and you have long nails, why not? There are even some nails which you can just stick around. You just stick them, and later on you can pluck them off. There are nails like that as well. And then you dress nice. You don't want to start to make love with a blouse, like wearing a blouse like this one. No, you have to make yourself look nice. I know that maybe some people don't know that. But for me, I would say that we also have to spice up our marriages. Because if you don't do that, you know what's going to happen? Your husband will go out there. He will see these beautiful, nice girls with makeups, nice extensions, dressed nice, and they will desire them. That's what happens, actually. So I think we have to be awake. We have to look ahead and know we don't have to live in denial, because this is the fact that we women, it doesn't matter how many years you're together with your partner, please, if you're in that position of making you nice, when, for example, when it's come to making love with your partner, do it. It helps. So that even when your partner go out there, he's not even thinking of somebody else, because he has everything at home. He has yet a go-to wife who is maybe the mother of the kids, who washes clothes and does this or the home. But when it comes to that special moment, and we know that making love is something very important in a relationship. When there is no making love, wait a minute. When there is no making love in a relationship, could be something is wrong. Maybe when people are very, very old, 100 years, maybe then they don't feel like, or something like that. But it's as long as you always spice up, spice it up, look nice, you know. And also with you, for example, there are some people I always say, for example, when you just come from work, there's some people who just go to bed, no showering, no brushing their teeth, no, it's, wait a minute, please. And this, I mean, from both sides, both the men and the woman. I think it's high time we say we have to spice up our marriages so that all these things that the men are going out there looking for side chicks because there's something they're missing at home. Because you could be a nice wife, a nice mother to the kids, you are very clean and neat, but when it comes to this session, to this special session of making love, there's something missing. So I think it's high time we shape up on this one, because if we don't, for example, we women, wives, our husbands, our men, they will go out there and look for something else because you are not entertaining them more or less. And we know that when you're married like for many years, it's not like you're making love every day, of course not. But that time when it comes, it has to be special. It has to be clean, neat, nice, exciting. I think it's high time we say these things we need to talk so as to save our marriages. Anyway, let's continue to hear the song. The song says that you should be telling her, it's me who've made you to be who you are today. It's me that washes your clothes so that you can look neat. Tell that side chick that it's me who cooks for you. I cook good food for you so you are healthy. Things like porridge, ukagambadasu, or what you call it. Nah? Because some of the, when we look, like most of the men, when they go out there, you see they're dressed nicely, neat. The shirts are ironed. The hair is cut nicely for your husband. Maybe it's you who does it, or he goes to saloons or something like that, but looking neat and nice, that even when they go out there, someone who sees them will admire them, will think, wow, that one looks nice. It's because it's your effort, you're doing that, and because of that, you need to protect your man. We know that, of course, a cheater will always be a cheater. And that's why, for me, according to me, when a cheater cheats, it's bye-bye. For me, I don't give second chance. But there are some other people, they want to give them other chances. They want to forgive them. There are situations like that. And there are also some other people, they will take revenge. They will say, you did this to me, you can come back, but I will revenge. There are some people who believe in revenge. And for me, instead of you planning to revenge, and maybe it's in a bad way, you're going to do it. We know revenges are very bad. It's better you finish. It's better you go different ways. Because the moment someone cheats on you, the trust is broken. I don't think it will ever be the same again. Even if you forgive that person or whatever, your partner, I don't think when someone cheats you and you forgive him or her and you come back together, things will never be the same, because you will always be afraid. When someone is late, you're thinking, oh God, where is he? Where is she? Oh God, what, it will be this, like, you'll be in a panic mood because he cheated you one time. You don't know even how many other times he had cheated you before. It's crazy. To be cheated on, it really hurts. But the moment someone cheats on you, I don't think you should give a chance to that person again. Anyway, let's continue to hear the song. It's a very, very beautiful song, which I think for example, I come from our Kenyan men. You should listen. But it's not only Kenyan men that cheat. Wazungus cheats as well. Those of you who see my story, one of my videos I've talked about before when I was cheated, which shock of my life, I couldn't believe. And so cheaters are there, but for we as women, it's something that we learn and we try that the next round or the next partner you have, that you'll try to make things more differently. Anyway, the song says that it's me who washes your clothes and cooks good food for you. You know, things like porridge to make you so look strong. The song says, even if I am older and my breasts are hanging, I still deserve respect. That's also very good words. That even if I'm older and the breasts are hanging, yes, you know, most of the us women, our breasts hang because, hey, we breastfeed those beautiful children that we get with these husbands or with these men. So someone cannot just think, oh, now my wife has become old. Now her breasts are hanging. I have to look for a side chick who the breasts are standing. It's wrong. Because the moment you met that woman, maybe she was a virgin. I think even in this song, there's somewhere the song says like that. But let's continue to hear the song. That as the mother, I deserve respect as the mother of your children. Remember, when you married me, I was a virgin, and you used to be very proud of me and praising me because I was fresh. There we go. That when you meet some of these men, when they met their women or their wives, the wives were virgins. You know, they had never had any other men before in their lives. And so you took that sweet, beautiful, virgin, innocent girl, you made her to become your wife. Years are going and going. You started to have kids together. She breastfeed your kids. She take care of the kids. Days are going and going. And so, of course, nobody's getting younger. We are all getting older. Every day, each of us is getting older. So, why do you come to this point to think, oh my God, now my wife is old. Now I have to go look out there for a younger side chick. Now I have to go look there, someone else who is dressing differently. Someone else with the breasts are standing. I think it's so wrong. It's not fair. It's not right, even in the eyes of God. And even to make the matter worse, some of the people doing this, behaving this way, they are the so-called church people. Oh, very religious. They don't drink alcohol. They don't smoke. They don't take drugs. They pretend to be so holy, very close to God. And they are the ones hurting their partners in this way. God is not happy with you. Absolutely not. And this is something that these pretenders have to stop. They have to stop lying to everybody. They lie. You know, it's wrong. The song here is telling us, this wife, this woman, this virgin lady that you first met and you made her yours, you made her the mother of your kids, she deserves respect. Let's continue to hear the song. I really love this song. The song says, when I was a virgin, you used to be very proud of me and used to praise me. You used to represent me to all your people, your friends and stuff like that, because I was fresh. Can you imagine that there are some so shameful men that they are even ashamed to represent their goat wives because they've become older, because of the way they dress. They don't want to represent them out there. They hide them. They hide them at home. They don't want them to work. They don't want them to do nothing. Which men in 2025? I want to understand this. And especially our Kenyan men. I've never dated any Kenyan or African men. I want to understand this. Because me having dated only Wazungus, you have to work. I don't think that there's a Mzungu who says, oh, now you cannot work. You have to work. It's so important that all of you are working. Yes. So there they are. I have Kenyan men. They just take their women and rock them there. Because the moment you were rocking, you were hiding. Let's call it hiding. You're hiding your wife at home. You don't want that wife to know what's going on out there because you are a criminal. You are the ones going around hunting for side chicks, hunting for young girls, doing all sorts of things out there. And that's why you don't want your goat wives to be out there. You don't want, maybe if you're us, you even wouldn't put TV for them. You would even forbid them from watching TV so they can't know what's going on around the world. You know, it's crazy. But these kind of men who do that, they're very, very dangerous. If you see a man who is hiding his goat wife at home, it can be a paradise home, a very beautiful, big, nice villa. You can have all material things, cows and all animals. We know the Kikuyus, my tribe, we love animals because we say, hey, when you have goats and cows and sheep and pigs and call them, name them, all these animals, chickens and stuff, is when you feel like you're a real man. But you are leaving your goat wives to be taking care of those things. And even those things, most of the time, they are written your name because you are afraid that one day the goat wife can leave you and maybe ask for half. So most of these men, they like that everything is written only in their names. There are so many women, especially I think the Kikuyu. I can talk of Kikuyus because I'm a Kikuyu, that everything, the man writes his name. I do remember with my late parents, my late dad, he had written everything on his own name alone, not both names. And later on, when like my late mom left, she left with nothing. Those years, it was crazy in Kenya. But I thank God because we, the children who went to school and we know the children rights, we had to go and make sure that even if my dad had written his own names, that he will not snatch my mom nothing. Because there are steps you can follow if you have a good lawyer. Then no one can play around with your mother. Just because your dad is a selfish man. Anyway, what I would like to say is that it's crazy. You as a woman, even if you have a very well-up, rich husband, you have to work. You have to have something to do. You have to make sure that when all the other women can dress up nicely, can wear nice, beautiful clothes, not just like this every day, that you too are in it. That you too know how to put makeups. You too sometimes put nice nails. You too can dress nicely. You too can go out there with your friends. Don't allow anybody to lock you inside, like being imprisoned. Because, listen, we women, for the men who don't know, women are not just like material. How people say, oh, women just want material things. No. If you hurt a woman, a lot of women they even leave you with everything. We've done it. They leave you with everything there. And God always gives us with much more, many more things even. Many more things. But because this is a habit that some men have gotten over years and years, and it seems like it has gotten more worse. That you can suffer from ground zero. You come up with your partner, and the moment you're up there, you start to feel she's nobody. You start to ignore her. You start to treat her like she's only housekeeper. She's only the mother of the kids. She's only cow keeper. She's only chicken keeper. Keeping care of everything that you too, who is going out there with side chicks, you are also in that name. And that's why I say, I think nowadays, it's better, most of the even Kenyans, to do the Wazungu way. Because nowadays, people like us, like me, I would say, we have these Acteskop Farot, we call it in Sweden. I think in English is perennial rights, that your staff are your staff when you're working. Because some men, after they start to earn a lot of money, they ignore their wives. They write everything on themselves. Because, for example, some of these stories which are going on online and wherever, it's heartbreaking. Because the moment a man is having a side chick and using any money he's earning, because the moment he's going out there and earning money, as long as that woman, that wife is home, the money that man is earning is for them both. If they haven't written an agreement that that's your money and that's my money, that's your property. If you don't have that, it means everything else is for both of you. If you don't have that kind of agreement. So the moment that husband is going out there, getting a side chick, buying a house or building a house, putting businesses, buying a car, that husband is stealing from you, the goat wife. That husband is stealing money from you. Yes, that's what's happening. So you should not allow that. You should not allow that your husband, just because everything is on his name, that he's oppressing you that way, because that's full oppression, which is not right. And that's why I always say, also for us women, we have to make sure that we work hard. Don't just rely on your men, because, for example, if your man is the one going out there, for you as a woman, if you see your man is blocking you, like even can't get you a nice phone so you don't see what's going on out there, something is wrong. Wake up. It's not good to be naive and, you can call it naive, yeah. Because the moment you are naive, then your husband will treat you how he wants. He will do whatever he wants with you, because he knows, we are Chachanuka. That one don't know. She don't know her rights. She don't know what I'm doing is wrong. These stories are very much heartbreaking, and it's high time we start to talk about it so that every person can know her rights or his rights. Anyway, the song says, in a minute, I have to see where we read, that a day, I did know that a day will come when you will leave me alone and start to loiter around. Can you imagine what a shock it is when you notice that your partner has been cheating on you? You are worried like hell. First, of your health, because we know that no money in this world can pay for health. No money in this world can be compared with health. No money in this world can be compared with health. So the moment your partner is going out, you don't know if he has gone out there or she has gone out there and gotten diseases. You don't know what the kind of person he or she is cheating you with. You don't know if that person is healthy, because there are so many careless people. And that's why I always say, when you meet your partner, maybe the best thing to do, go for checkups before you start to get into intercourse. And then you can wait 3 months, go for another one to make sure that both of you are healthy. And then you have your card. So the moment anything will ever happen, you can notice, who is it? What happened? We were both healthy. It cannot be that I'm healthy and you are healthy and all of a sudden we have these sexual diseases. Someone must have gone out somewhere. And I don't know if it's the same like in Kenya, in Sweden, for example, in Germany. If someone can bring diseases to you, you can take a lawyer. Even if it's your husband, even if it's your wife, even if it's your boyfriend, even if it's your girlfriend, you can take a lawyer. Yes, because the person has played with your health. And that's why I said these things should be taken very seriously. That before somebody want to go out there, if the person is fed up with you, the person should say goodbye, get a divorce, separate, everybody own way. Then you can go and do whatever you want out there. But not this moment that you are going to take that risk of going out there, either with side chicks or side men or whatever you're going, and you can bring diseases to your partners. That's number one. First is the health, because I would go very crazy. Yes, after being cheated. Whoever cheated on me knows that I would go mad and crazy, because you don't know if that person is already sick now and bringing you diseases. It's crazy. Regardless what kind of home you have, it doesn't matter if it's a palace and good looking and nice and beautiful. It doesn't matter how much money there is in that family. Health first. When there is no good health, every material thing is worthless. It's worth nothing. It is worth nothing. And that's why if someone cheats on you, you should be so angry. This is nothing to laugh about. This is nothing to joke around. So I don't understand how some people, that someone cheat on you and you're just sitting there. I don't know, waiting for what? It's crazy. You should be very, very angry the moment someone cheats on you, because you don't know already how long that person has been cheating. Because there are also some people, they can cheat for years and years and years. Years and years and years, and you have no idea. And they're going out there, they're coming after sleeping with you. You don't know what they're getting. There are also so many other shameful men. For example, you can go out there and even get other kids with those side chicks out there. And you're coming home to your goat wife and pretending nothing happened. Even kids, they grow big and whatever. Can you imagine? It's total madness. I think it's high time people should wake up and stop this bad behavior, because that is more worse than anything anyone can do. Yeah. Anyway, the song says, there is much temptations in love. Love is not a walk in the path. Marriages are not a walk in the path. There are ups and downs, valleys and mountains, and it's up and down. It is. We all know that. But we all have to try to make the best out of it. We all have to try to be honest when you're in a relationship. We all have to try to respect our partners. And when the song says, I am also not ugly, that I can't find someone else who also wants me. This is a lady telling her men, listen, you are going out there with side chicks. Now, I also want we go separate ways, because I'm not that ugly. It's you who've made me ugly. It's you who've locked me in this house, in this villa, in this maisonette. It's you who've locked me out. It's you who always tell me I should dress this way and that way, that I should have always mafiridi tamaya. I should have clothes like this every time, even when I go out there, even when I'm at home, maybe even while sleeping. You don't want me to look nice because you don't want anybody else to admire me. But you're going out there and admiring other women, side chicks. Why? In this song, the lady is saying, you know what? I'm not that ugly. I can find somebody as well. I can find somebody as well who will want me. Someone who thinks I look nice. But due to the respect I have for you and for the protection of our family, I don't agree to follow your ways. I don't want to follow your ways, because we both gonna lose our marriage. Our marriage will be destroyed. This is someone who is telling her husband, you know what? I would do like you, like the way you're going out there. But you know what? I always say, never do that, especially for us women. If somebody ever cheat on you, please never. I see Ken Masharia. Thank you, Ken, for coming. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Yes. As I always say, if you see someone cheating on you, please never do the same. Two wrongs doesn't make a right. Never do the same, because you also lower yourself in the same place like that cheater. You can never do that. If someone cheats on you, just make sure either you divorce, go separate ways, but don't do that same behavior. It's bad. It's immoral. It's bad. It's bad character. I see Betty Jane. Thank you for coming. Thank you as well. Welcome. Yes, as I said, always make sure if your partner has cheated on you, there are those people who want to forgive. Me, I can't forgive on that one. No way. You cheat on me once, it's bye-bye. And you'll never see me again. I won't give you a second chance. And that's why I say it's very, some people, some women, they are worried, where am I gonna go? Oh, I don't have this, I don't have where to go. Oh, I don't know what. I don't know what. You know what? God will always make a way for you. But never just stay somewhere. Because what happens is, if you stay there, you are unhappy. You know very well that your partner is cheating. You know it very well. Even there you are, their side chicks calling, abusing you, and you're still stuck there. You know what? It shows how desperate you are. And that's why these men who you're together with, or this woman, is continuing to do that, because they think, that one is desperate. That one can go nowhere. She has even no good phone to call people or whatever. Maybe has blocked all numbers of the people. It's crazy. A controller. It's so bad to be together with a controller. You should never be together with one. If you are with one, try to plan your ways out. Because what will happen at the end, not good. Anyway, this song is telling us that it's high time we tell our partners that we cannot follow your ways. We cannot start to fool around like you're doing. We cannot start to get side chicks out there, maybe getting diseases. We cannot do that. What we can do is just divorce you so that you can continue doing what you're doing, so that you can continue to meet all the side chicks in the world that you want. When you hear about this, it's shocking, because I just feel so sorry for some of them, and there are a lot of people who are stuck there. They are stuck there, and that's why I say, you as a woman, always work. Some of us, we started to work when we were 18, 19 years old, and we are 50, we are still working. Even if you could have a rich man who has a lot of money, who has a lot of wealth, but what you are working, your money is your money. It doesn't matter how little it is. It's yours. And you'll get also, when you're doing businesses, when you're working, you get to meet people. You get to know what's going on out there in the world, which is good. But if you have a person who's just locked you inside, we don't want you to meet people, you have no friends. If it's friends, it's only the ones he chooses or she chooses, because there are some men also who are in bad situations as well. It's not only men that cheat, there are also women that cheat. Women who are the bosses, and they've put their men there like houseboys, treating them how they want. They don't give them any freedom, that they cannot go out there and face the real world. It's crazy. It's not nice. Anyway, the song says, even if it's to get a side chick, you should have at least a good taste. Listen, that even if you have a side chick, please, it's good at least. We know that it's not good to have side chicks when you're in a relationship, when you're married, or when you have a boyfriend or girlfriend. It's not good to have someone extra there on the side you're cheating with. But if that has to happen, have a taste. You should have someone who has style and taste. Don't just get somebody from out there on the street, somebody who even can dare take a phone and call your goat wife and abuse her. You cannot do that, because that is somebody who has no morals at all. You can see that you're putting yourself from here, you're going down to get somebody like that to be around you. Anyway, the song says that it's better you get a grown-up lady, someone with good manners at least, who knows that love, who knows what love is. Don't just look for good figures and you're getting someone with childish behavior. Don't do that. Because some men, when they go out there, they're just looking. Who is this with good shape? Hey, you have nice body. Hey, you have nice face. You can put nice makeups, nice peruke. Hey, nice. Listen, characters, very important. For example, I know, like me growing up in those years, like in my village, it was this time when I think the law had changed, because in Kenya there was, before, you could have more than one wife. Then they changed the laws. You could not have more than one wife. And then later on, a few years ago, they went back that you can have more than one wife. But for me growing up, I was in this period here too, where you could have just one wife then. And I do remember, like in my village in Luakabete, men who had a second wife, it's after maybe their first wife passes away, or they're officially divorced. When you're officially divorced, of course, you have the right to get a new wife or new partner. It's same like here in the Western countries. In the Western countries, you are not allowed to have two wives. It's mission impossible. It's one at a time. One at a time. And with the Wazungus, they are not that complicated. It's like if you're in a relationship and you see it's not working, the marriage is gone, it's not nice, you just get a letter, both of you signs, and if not both of you, if the other one refuses, one of you sign, you send the letter to the government official somewhere. And then it's like if you have kids, you still have 6 months in between thinking time, it's called, that if you really want to go for divorce, that's the way it works here in the Western countries. You send a letter. If your partner don't want to sign, you yourself, you can just sign. You say you want to divorce, and then you will be sent a letter that, okay, we've received your letter that you want to divorce. We're gonna give you 6 months thinking time, be Duncan tight. And then after these 6 months, if you still want to divorce, you send again and say 6 months are over and I want to go ahead with the divorce. After maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you receive a divorce letter that you are now divorced. So easy. That's how it works in the Western countries. Why we can't have this in Kenya as well? And for example, if there are material things which have to be divided, of course, you get somebody, some people can agree on without involving a lawyer. You say, oh, I want this and this and that. I want to have this and this and that. Or if you have nothing to divide, which is the best. That's why I say it's good someone have signed before you get married, that you have your things and the other one have their stuff. When it comes to that time for divorce, there won't be any stories about dividing. Hey, who will take this sofa? Hey, who will take the dining table? Hey, who will take a piano? Hey, I don't know, all this crazy stuff. It's very easy that, what do I want? Divorce, you get a letter. As I've said, when you have no kids, it goes so fast with the divorces here in the Western countries. But the thing is, you can never marry two wives at the same time. So, and I think it's high time in Kenya that to go back, to avoid all these men looking for sighting. And some side chicks, they don't know how that man got all the wealth he has. They have no idea how the wealth was gotten. No idea how the goat wife and that so-called husband have struggled to get everything they have. No clue. Just come in and meet, oh, good looking guy, hey, dressing nicely, hey, driving big car, hey, has homes, has money, has no idea how this person have suffered to be where he or she is. So I think it's high time we say no to the side chicks. It's high time we start to say, you know what? We are not going to allow anymore that the side comes and spoils homes, but the men have to shape up, because most of the time with this, it's these men who are very poor before they come up, they start to get well, and they are well up and they see big money for the first time in their lives, and I think that money damages them. I think it's heartbreaking for a poor person to forget where he or she has come from. And I always say this up to today: never forget where you come from. Never, even if you are up there and you have money and you are rich and you have, I don't know what, all these material things, never forget that there was that day you didn't have anything. There was that day where you and your family, like me with my family, we didn't know what we're going to eat the next day. There was that day that we did not know, oh my God, it's coming Christmas. Are we going to have money to buy a packet of wheat flour to have chapatis. There was that day when me and my family, for example, with Christmas time, we as kids we used to be worried, oh my God, is mom or dad gonna have money to buy us a Christmas dress? There was that time that some of us who grew up in poverty, we used to have something new once a year. We can never forget that. And most of the people who don't forget such things, we still have morals. We still have characters because we know that when things are to come and go, we know that it's not like I never understand this thing, because for the people who grew up in poverty, we are the kind of people who should always be very careful whenever we get any money. We're not the kind of people who should be wasting money with side chicks, who should be wasting money, I don't know with what, with going with inviting people who would never even help us. It's crazy. It's high time people who grow up in poverty to wake up, because most of the time, let me say, the people who behave this way, the people who behave in a brutal way, that they forget where they have come from. They forget that there was that day they didn't have even clothes to change. Maybe they just had one and they had to wash it to dry it. They forget that the moment they see money. I think the money make them mad. And that's why we say, if you grow up in poverty and you have worked hard, you are not lazy, you've worked yourself up, don't forget where you come from. Don't forget those people who you are together with, helping you, lift you up. Don't forget your partners that you've built whatever you have together to be where you are today. You can never forget that. You can never treat them the way you are treating them, fooling them, lying to them with no shame. Remember, God up there is watching you. God up there will punish you. That's why sometimes you can see some people, they were very, very poor. All of a sudden, they get money, they get rich. They forget then where they come from, and everything goes, everything is gone. Because there is God up there. God gives and He also takes. Don't forget that. It's not only lives, it's also wealth. When God see, I will give you, I'll uplift you because of your hard work, because we know God blesses hard work. But all of a sudden, you start to have high nose, you start to fool and lie to your partner. You think you're doing good in the eyes of God? Of course not. And that means anytime, expect those things to go down. Expect your cows to maybe all pass away. Expect the animals you have not to be producing. If it's cows, not maybe producing enough milk. If it's chicken, maybe they're getting diseases and all dying. If it's, expect such things. Because what you're doing, you're hurting not only the people around you, not only your partners, you're also hurting God. God who has uplifted you. And that's why I say, the beginning, if you fear God, it's the beginning of wisdom. If you fear God, there are things you don't do. But if you don't fear God, you don't care. You think it's because of your hard working, of your efforts, whatever kind of job you do, that's why you've reached where you are. No, it isn't. God blesses hard work, yes, but you have also to have moral. You have to behave properly. You cannot go just hurting people. And remember, there is nothing bad in this world like tears of people. Adwarĩũrĩragia ũmenye mũthenya ũmwe maithori macio marĩraga no ũkarĩha we na ciana ciaku na njiarwa ciaku. This is in Kikuyu language, that if you make people cry, those tears, you will have to pay for them. They are not in vain. Maithori macio no ũkarĩha before you get out of this world. So there you are. Whatever you do, ask yourself, are you hurting your partner? Are you fooling your partner? Are you lying to your partner? Remember, you can lie to your partner. You can hide from your partner. But up there, God, He sees everything. God sees everything that you do in darkness. And one day it will come to light. And that's why some of the people who've been behaving this way and pretending to be very nice in the society, working for the society, helping the society, and they are making their partners cry day in, day out. God is not happy with them. And it's time everything comes out to light. It's time. They have nowhere to hide. No one day. And this is the time. So if you're there and you know where you've been doing all the kind of things because you think you're untouchable. You should know how many other people have money out there and they still can behave. Because you're up there. You have so many places who knows you, high class people, high politicians. Even people like president calling you or vice president. You have contact. Listen carefully. Days of your all bad behaviors, everything you've been doing in darkness has come and you have nowhere to hide. Everything, even not leave alone the human beings, the plants and everything will get to know about you, who you are, your real character. That's why I always say that to behave properly is very, very important. It costs nothing to behave properly. Because if you behave properly, you don't, there are things you don't do. If you behave properly. I see Ken Mashada saying, let me read there. Just a second. I see Ken Masharia. Yes. Good evening, everyone. Yes, let's like the video. Yes, I'll appreciate. Betty Jen, as I say, wait a minute. Boarded. Marriage is not an easy task. No, it's not. But it's so many people that cheat. Wazungus cheat as well. It's not only the Kenyan men or the Karangos or Kengei or whoever that cheats. There are so many. They cheat, which is wrong. Betty, hello. I hope I can Mashele don't cheat. Otherwise, now we'll come for you. Yeah. Let me see. I'm just gonna push there a little bit. Yes. Yes, as Betty said, that marriage is not an easy task. No, it's not. It's crazy because I have to press the comments. Just a second. Just 1 second. Yeah. Okay. Now I see it. Yes. Ken Mashele is saying Kama Karango. Yes, and there are so many Karangos out there in Kenya. He's not only one. They're hiding many, which is a shame. It's so bad. And those are the kind of people, the society, clapping the hands, those are nice people. They go and contribute money and ask us to changa so that we can help. Listen, Kenyans, it's time to wake up. As we've always said, that most of these people, they're out there, not because they have good hearts. It's because they're on business. Just like the church people who've been lying. Like in Kenya, there have been so many fake preachers and pastors and bishops and whatever. Lying to the people. Lying to innocent Kenyans just to take their money. Take. And pretending to be very holy. It's the same like with this online thing. There's so many people here online that their workers say, give us this money, we help this and that. But in it, they are doing content. They are doing content with very, very poor people. That if you see like the money they would get from content, for example, and the kind of help they've given those people, you can't compare it. They are using the people. But listen, anybody who uses, especially our less fortunate people, you will not go unpunished because God sees what you do. God knows that it's not because you have good hearts. It's just because you want to have content, for example, so you can have more money on YouTube or Facebook or TikTok or whatever with your content. If you have help, if you're helping from inside your heart, there are other things that you should not be doing. And with this contribution, it could be so much money, and then you're taking some of this money and putting it yourself for the businesses. It's wrong because you're stealing. You're stealing from the society. You're fooling those vulnerable people as well. That one will also not go unpunished because God there, everything you do, always think God is watching. God is listening. Because you can lie to us human beings. You can lie to your wife, to your husband, but you cannot lie to God. You cannot. Anyway, what have I got to say? The song says that you should look for at least someone, responsible or something like that in a proper way. Like if the Kikuyus, you're allowed to marry second wife, but do it in the legal way, properly, the way it's supposed to be done. Not this hiding and stuff like that. It's crazy. Then the last word says, you have really hurt me, but I forgive you. So this is a lady. Her man has cheated on her. She has told him, you've really hurt me, but I'll forgive you. And this thing for forgiveness, we know that we are told it's good to forgive, I don't know, 72 times, and I don't know all these stories. As for me, when it comes to cheating, there's no forgiving. That's up to you. Maybe you can forgive. There are many people who cannot forgive. Because a cheater will always be a cheater. It's heartbreaking. A lot of people are crying. They are not able to go out there because, they are put inside like in a box. They don't know where to go to. They're not even able to watch such things because they have no internet, or maybe phones, or maybe they have no idea what they can do. So they're just stuck there crying and crying. And that's why some people, very young, you can look, if you watch them, you think they are like me, 50 years or something like that, but they are very young because they are not happy. So they look old because they've been kept in happiness, unhappiness behavior, unhappiness life. They're put like in prison. They're not happy at all, but they have nowhere to go. When we pray, let us remember all this in our prayers, that may God open doors for them, that may God find ways for them to get out there. Because to live in imprisonment like that, it's crazy. It is bad. What have I got to say? As always, I always tell the name of the singer, so you can go and listen to the song, to the original singer. The song is called Side Chick. I'm sure some of the Kikuyus, you know the song. Side Chick. And the song is by Wajiro Wawaya. Kailetu Kaitu. Yes, she has sung a very beautiful song. I think it's 7 months old. The first time I heard it was 7 months. I think I even put it in some of my shorts before, which I used to put. Yes, please make sure you go and listen to that song at Wajiro Wawaya YouTube channel. Side Chick is the name. Very beautiful song. So that you can learn. You there, if you're cheating, listen to that song. You there, if you're being cheated on, listen to that song. So that we can try to change our behaviors. All this cheating has to end. It's bad. It's unhealthy, it's unpolite, and it's not okay. Yes, there I am, as we always do this. So please, thank you for all those that have come. And I see what Betty have said exactly. That is the booming business now. Yes, it's a circle of scammers making money through online sympathy. Yeah, it's crazy. I think it's coming to a time where we should say no more online donations. All of us should say no donations, because you cannot trust anybody. They're fooling so much. They are lying, pretending to be godly, pretending to be very holy, pretending to be nice and kind to the society. And what they are criminals. All right. Thank you for coming. And we are continuing with this journey of knowing our music, the messages in our songs. That's what we do here. We deal with gospel songs, we deal with political songs, we deal with party Mogithi songs, and we also deal with politics. That's what we do here. And we'll continue with this journey. And please, for those who haven't touched the subscribe button, please do it. I'll appreciate. You can comment and share as well. And I'll be back again tomorrow, same time, which is 10 o'clock Kenyan time. And in Sweden or German time, it's 8 o'clock. And we continue with the same journey. Thank you all, and stay blessed. And be faithful to your partners. Thank you, and stay blessed. Bye-bye.